Hey guys, so I just want to do another tarot reading because I had fun doing it last time, and I'm excited because I ordered a bunch of cards on Temu. It's like half the price of what you'd pay in stores, maybe even less, and it comes in, it takes a few weeks to come, but at least you're paying less for it. So I'm just going to use a tarot deck to do this, and I'm thinking today we'll do past, present, and future. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors, this collective spirit guides, please tell us what the past, present, and future is. Creator, universe, I'm tapping in. Please tell us, what is this collective's past, present, and future? Okay, let's see what comes up. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to take that first card because that other one fell out. Okay. So I was shuffling and I just wanted to get 3 cards. So every time more cards came back, I put it back and I just waited for 3 cards to come back. And the 3 cards that came out were Ten of Swords in reverse, Hermit in reverse. So Ten of Swords is past, Hermit is present, and the Star for future. So basically, the Ten of Swords suggest a release from a difficult period, a turning point, or an ending of a difficult cycle. It can signify a victory over a challenging situation, a chance to start anew, and the potential for healing and moving forward. It also signifies the end of a very difficult time, and while it may take time to recover, it's time for survival and overcoming. So I think that a lot of this collective, what they've gone through is that you've gone through a difficult time where things have ended, where it could have felt like your whole life came to quote unquote end in the not literal sense but metaphorical sense, but like all these things were removed from you. It's like you had to take a whole new path because of this challenging time that you experienced. So the past is that cycle has ended. Whatever you were going through ended, and it's time to start in the present. It's like basically starting anew, being in survival mode. All these things were in the past, basically, that you were going through survival mode, you were going through all these things, and now you're coming out of that difficult cycle to start anew, to welcome in the new opportunities, because you had to transition out of that difficult cycle. You had to change your mindset, perspective, all of these things. Like, so this is about this difficult cycle ending, and now that's the past, and now you're coming into a new cycle of change and out of survival mode that you were in before. So the Hermit in reversed suggests feelings of loneliness, isolation, or reclusion, urging a return to social interaction and a balance between introspection and engagement with the world. It can also indicate a fear of self-examination or a resistance to confronting deeper reality. So this kind of relates to the past, right? You went through a difficult situation and you were in survival mode, right? And you might still be in the midst of still survival mode and trying to like get back on your feet and figure out what's next, right? When we have to surrender and let go and allow things to be, which is probably what you've been experiencing, that surrender. But now the Hermit mode is that because we've been in survival mode, because we've gone through so much reflection, it's like it's starting to get to people where you are starting to feel like lonely and that how long am I going to stay in isolation? Like probably most people in this collective, you've been in isolation for a long period of time, up to a year even, and you're like, okay, like I'm so used to this. It's like almost like you feel lonely, but it's also comforting at the same time. So the spirit, the reason why it's in reverse is because spirit wants you to start going out, go interact with the world. You don't need to be in hermit mode forever. You need to start interacting and applying those skills that you've learned into the social world. Now it's time for joy. You did all the healing work, but it's also, there's still stuff that's probably buried beneath the surface that you haven't looked at. There's still a fear of confronting deeper reality. So you might have confronted a lot of stuff and you're like, oh my God, like I'm done with this healing. I've confronted so many things, but there's probably some still lingering fine tuning, right? Things like fine tuning a guitar, right? There's just a little thing that's a little bit off pitch that you need to examine, but it doesn't mean that you can't go out in reality and you need to heal that before you can go out into the world and make connections and formulate a community. No, you can still go out and make a community, because you need to bring that joy in and spend time in self-reflection and meditation to discover what are these deeper roots. It could be from childhood, it could be trauma that you experienced in a relationship, it could be parental stuff, family stuff, it could be just a way you view yourself, a mentality, a habit, whatever it is. Just examine yourself a little bit deeper. Spend more time in self-reflection itself instead of just survival mode of go, 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 get what you need to get done. Spend a little bit more time in self-reflection. I know you've probably done a lot of self-reflection, but it's like digging a little bit deeper to get rid of those last layers. So it's basically like, don't spend all your time in introspection and not going out into the world, but spend more time in introspection when you do to dig deeper. Like, don't keep thinking about the same things that you've already changed. Think about the things that, anything else, like just sit in meditation to hear what else is left. And then the last card is the star card. So it says, when the star card appears, you are likely to find yourself feeling inspired. It brings renewed hope and faith and a sense that you are truly blessed by the universe at this time. So you went through a difficult time in the past, right? You've gone through all that. You went into survival mode. You felt like your world was falling apart and new was coming in. Even in the past, it was saying, you went through this, but new is coming, right? In the present now, you really went in, did all the work, reflecting, but you've gotten so comfortable in your bubble that you haven't really been stepping out into the world and making connections, because you've done all this introspection that you feel like you connect to less and less people, which is making you feel lonely, because you're like, oh, is there anyone out there, friends or relationship wise, that I'll connect with on that deeper level? Because I've done all this healing. Am I gonna attract someone who is on that level? And you will, but you have to go out into the world to be able to meet them and attract them into you. So it's like, after you've done these final layers of looking within and finding the deeper stuff and still going out there, don't need to be perfectly healed in order to go out into society, this is what's coming for you, the star. This is one of the best cards in the tarot deck, because it's signifying, where you feel inspired, where you start to feel inspired about your life, about your passion, about everything that is to come after getting out of this hermit mode. You start feeling inspired about life. You start appreciating all the things around you, the little things, the big things, everything. This is like what will bring you hope and faith and a sense that you're truly blessed by the universe. Like, start looking now at the blessings that you have, that you were able to get out of that difficult situation. You were able to go to hermit mode and introspect, and you didn't fall apart. You're still standing, you're still strong, you're still here. So the universe will reward you, and you might see the thought on your faith of like, is it really coming in? Like, am I going to be just in isolation forever? And that's what makes you feel lonely at times. But you have to put yourself out there to get out of that loneliness. And the universe, you've done all the work. The universe is here for you. The universe loves you. The universe has been holding your hand the whole way through. And that's why you feel so strong, because the universe has been by your side. So just keep going, keep pushing forward, and start finding the joys in life. Yeah, so that's the reading. I know I'm a little bit nervous because this is like my first time really doing this readings with you guys, and I do it on my own, but actually sharing. And I don't know a lot about I watch a lot of readings, but I don't know it by heart what the cards mean. So I have to look up what the cards mean. And I love this because this is like a fresh experience for me, because when I do my poetry or share my messages with you, I'm so confident. I'm so in the zone. I don't even have to think about it. Whereas because I have to research what each cards mean, I have to think about how that applies to the collective. I have to let the message come in. So that's why I'm a little bit nervous, because it's something that's new. So try new things, because it's exhilarating to feel that. When you know something so well, it's like, yeah, you enjoy doing it, but it's not that like nervous, exhilarating feeling that you feel when you have to try something that you're not quote unquote an expert at yet, right? So it's nice. Try new things, get out of your comfort zone, because yeah, you may be working on something that you're passionate about and it feels good and you feel like you've gotten a handle of that and became an expert on it. But sometimes the universe calls you to do something different that's related to kind of what you already do. And that will feel so refreshing, because it wants you to get out of your comfort zone, to feel that nervousness, like meeting new people. It's nerve-wracking, but it's getting outside of your comfort zone. So yeah, I hope this message helped, and see you next time.